You know, I really need to remember to move my mic when I start these things. Hello, everyone! Oh crap, I already screwed up. Yar me matey! We be pirates today, when we do a new grand and adventurous, Minecraft creative build. I don't think I'm being very piratey. I think I'm being some alternative. Anyway, so hello. In light of so we finished the barn creative build. I am scatterbrained clearly. We finished the barn build a few days ago, and so I thought today, in light of the Sea of Thieves recently coming out, we will begin building a pirate themed kind of thing. Wow, I really screwed up. I should start over. But yeah, so that's the plan. And yeah, hopefully everything will go well. I just realized I didn't actually tweet the stream out either. Wow, I am a bucket of idiot. So I'll go quickly do that because yeah, that was dumb of me, and I'm sorry for being an idiot once again, but that's just how I roll, yo. So I'll quickly do that. I went ahead and you guys can see behind me, but I set up a. I set up an amplified island, and I think this is going to work really well for a pirate-themed world. And of course, it's got to be in an ocean, things like that. So, ocean update would have been great. A lot of nice aesthetics for that, but I think it'll be a really interesting what we can come up with, and I decided to dress up for the occasion for the heck of it. But yeah, give me a moment, since I did everything backwards today. Literally everything is backwards today. I will quickly do that, and then we will get on with the stream, and that will actually let people come on in. For a few moments. But yeah. Okay, so that's all set up. As I said, I'm dumb. I did it all backwards. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think it's just that I wanted to stream actually very early today. We're gonna disarm ourselves. We'll keep the hook for now. See if the hook distracts me or not. But, yeah. Fly, fly, fly. So yeah, this is the island that we got. Got 3 points, so 3 major islands along a central shaft almost island. And we gotta do a lot of things building around over here. Hopefully the music is, how are the music levels and things? Like, is everything too loud? Like, I assume you can hear me. Hello, Winchester. I know you've been in there for a while. I apologize for not saying hi yet. As I said, scatterbrained. But hopefully you can hear me okay, and hopefully the music also can be heard okay. So what's the plan? How are we going to start? Now, obviously, we've got a very vertical styled island. I'm not really sure what to do at the start. But one thing that I was thinking might be nice is, we're gonna see about taking everything that is... Oh. Except I need to actually... Okay. I'm gonna take everything that is currently grass, and I'm going to convert it into path block. You know what? I forgot one more thing. I'm so smart. 1 second. All right, there we go. That's some cool art. What artwork? Oh, yeah, 6 foot blue drew that. Okay. I really like it. It's Dead by Daylight themed, but I love it. I need to work on actual other art and stuff too, but never have the time. Hey, System Fair, how you doing? So, the first thing I thought of doing is we're actually going to change all the grass on our main islands into path block. And that's going to make it all look very dead, and I think it'll start the theme of what we're thinking. Hello, Water Banana. How are you doing today? And then I'm trying to think what we want to do next for our pirate islands. Naturally, it's a very vertical shaft is what we're going with. There are 3 main islands, and then, you know, the central very tall one. But yeah, so we gotta think how we want to do this, and there might be a lot of terraforming that we want to do from the start. It's not misleading. It's inspired by Sea of Thieves. We're doing a pirate build because of Sea of Thieves. So, you know, perfectly fine. Look, see, I'm even in my getup. I'm a pirate. It can't have misleading. It's not misleading in the slightest. I put Minecraft in there. Anyway. I gotta think. Well, how do you get the hat and hook? Optifine magic? I mean, how would I not be a pirate and have a hat and a hook? Obviously. So let's see here. How can we do this? If we fly around enough, we'll probably see... Like, this seems to call for some sort of lighthouse to me. Because they already got a really tall shaft on here. Is that really piratey, though? Do pirates do... I mean, I suppose it's more of a safety thing, really. But we're gonna have to think about a little bit of palette and stuff. Like, what kind of pirates are we doing? Are we doing cartoony pirates? Or are we doing realistic, gritty pirates? There's so many questions. I guess what I'm imagining is I think about Tortuga from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. We could do that. I mean, those are celebrity pirates. Hopefully the music is fairly soft. So let's see here. PR sphere. And we're going to do... I guess let's turn into stone. And we'll do 6. And this is going to be for masking sand and sandstone. Because ultimately I'm like, why is there so much sand in just about everywhere on this world? And that's going to be our first fix-up, I think. Naturally, we want sand in the end. I think sand will be great. There's so much. And it's in all these weird places. Like up here, for instance. Like, that's not good. Down here on the coast, that's great. But no. Otherwise, no. So we're going to first turn it all into... We're all going to turn all of it into dirt for now. Stone for now. Didn't even notice the music. Does that mean it's too low? Are you on a server or a single player? This is a single player world this time. I got this from a amplified version of the map. And I brought it to a regular version of the map. But it should work pretty well. I do think it looks fairly nice. We just gotta get rid of all this stupid sand. So, let's see. And then we're also gonna do... This is gonna be our burrowing. This is gonna be our burrower. So, naturally we're gonna need some pirate coves. This is looking kind of... I like this kind of thing. This looks kind of cool. What if it... Like, what if we, what if we made this into, like, a little cave entrance? Like, the world is cracked open. That might be cool. Yeah? I don't like how I'm accidentally destroying the inside of this. But... That's kind of cool. Like, that seems to... That would sport a good docking kind of area. I think. I really need to post pictures of the barn, the farm on Twitter and such. I want to do a YouTube showcase as well at some point. But... YouTube in general, unfortunately, is a little backburnered, unfortunately. If I may be honest, that asks for a giant skull. There's definitely going to have to be skulls everywhere, ain't there? I'm personally imagining a skull up here, but I think down there is going to be a dock. But we can start with the skull. The skull is obviously... That's not what I meant. But, you know. Here you go, Winchester. Alright, everyone. I think we've done a lot today in today's stream. We built an entire skull on our island. Have a good day, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Maybe it's a little too small? It could be a little too small. Why not an open skull, which turns into a dock? Might be a tad cartoony. But, yeah, could do that. Okay. Well, let's try 8 sphere. What's a bone block? Yeah. H sphere 216 and then maybe I think maybe like 8 and 8. Let's try that. See how that looks. Ugh. It looks terrible from the inside. So like too big. But I think that does kind of look cool. Naturally, we're gonna have to make it a little bit, not a circle, less of a circle. What about 5? Is that good? Is that a The terrain arrow. Make the skull subtly suggest it's a stone skull. I see. I think that would work better, honestly. If it's a stone skull, then it's yeah, it's not too loud. Then I think that would be. Oh, except I didn't want that. So let's start with a circle. That will be our main part of the skull, and then we'll add some cheekbones to it. See how that goes. I've never really done a skull before. I mean, I guess I did one for Astroneer, but you know, that was with the help of Zloy, who I think was a little bit more aware of how skulls work. I mean, I guess I know how skulls work. It's just so we'll see how this goes, and maybe, if we're lucky, it'll actually look like something I intended. I think something more of an oval might work better as a base. I would agree, but I think the sphere will work okay. It's just a base, any case. Like I'll work on the shape of it. Like that's not it. That's definitely not it. Okay. At a distance, you will see a skull. Yeah. We might try something a little bit more stylized or something a little bit flatter. I think that might have been what Winchester meant when he said an oval might work a little bit better. Because I'm a little, at the moment it's looking a little bubbly. We might even like just cut out this piece. That's exactly what I meant. Ah, well. Whatever. I can only be an idiot once. Never mind. No, that's not how it works at all. That's too high up. That's too high up. If I hit these buttons, what will I do to my poor thing? Much better. Much better now that it's gone. Let's try that again, shall we? Which way are we facing? This is north. 6, comma... Is it the x-axis or the y-axis? I guess we'll just try to find out. 6... 5, then 3. I feel like that, I mean, maybe that was right? Instant regret. Okay, let's try again. I see it in my brain, but it don't look like how my brain wants it to. Let's start with let's start with the jaw. How about that? I want, how much out can the jaw be? Like perhaps it looks like maybe that much. Is that kind of how maybe that how much out? It's going to look like an Enderman before it looks like a skull. It'll show my true talent. It's something. No, that's too rounded. That's too square. What is wrong with me? What am I doing here? Okay. This'll work. It will work. Trust me. Trust me, I'm doing exactly what I planned. I regret the pirate theme already. It looks more like an orc. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. Ah, it's so funny looking. What could go wrong? I mean, I like this kind of rock formation thing that I'm doing. Like I'm trying to make little spike of sorts. And I think that looks kind of cool, the way it's doing that. I do think it's kind of cool. Can we actually push them inward, perhaps, I wonder? Like, would that look a little extra, would that look interesting? Ooh. Yeah, secret coves. Maybe. This actually looks not concrete enough now, though. Yeah, you can't really do that, I don't think. Yeah, maybe? I don't know. Now, obviously, we want to get this to look a little, well, less like, it looks friendly almost, derpy to an extent. And I do think it will definitely need... I don't know, I feel like that might have made it actually worse. You know, I wonder if I can... Is this just gonna make it look dumber? Oh. Well, I mean... Now I have just questions. Is it a creeper or is it a skull? I can't tell. I can't tell. This is clearly harder than I thought it would be. But then again, the beginning is always the hardest, because you're trying to figure out what exactly your feel you're going for is. So, you know, I'm not... It's a creeper with kawaii eyes! Probably. I think you were right. But will Senpai notice him? You know, actually, that's kind of cool of an idea, is that if we use the Wither Skulls as... Okay, go away, anime. Anime, you need to stop. Okay. What if we did something like this? Now, I think... Yeah, look, it's doing that little, like, watching you kind of thing. That's kind of cool. You probably can't see it down here, though. You know, this really does make me think of the Warhammer orcs. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Warhammer 40k. Put torches... Oh, that's actually a nicer idea, thinking about it. Yeah. Hello, Fire Fuzzball. How are you doing today? We're trying to do a pirate-themed build. In light of Sea of Thieves coming out. Which, from what I understand, has been a very wanted game. I think just about everyone has wanted that game. So we're gonna do that and see how... Yeah. How does it turn out? How does it look in night? That's not night. That's night. That's kind of cool. No torches. Add netherrack and flame. Yeah, I think the torches are a little too small. Flint. I need flint and steel. I might honestly think, I think that's a little too corny in my opinion. So I think I might be going with the idea of really dark eye sockets instead. But we'll keep this for now, because I think it is kind of cool. And then we'll see about this and see if that, like, does that help shape the eye? I think that's a little better. It's still a bit cheesy, honestly. Which was my main concern when it came to this kind of stuff. And I'm also wanting there to be a little bit more shape to it. Like, I feel like the actual eye is a little... Everything is a little too flat on him, I think. So we're gonna try pushing this back and see if that helps improve how things look. You know, this world could maybe serve as a spawn of a world. Yeah, it could be pretty cool. I mean, I like, how do I get out of you? Let me out! I mean, we'll see how it looks in the end. He looks in pain. You don't look good, buddy. Are you hurting? You honestly look in pain to me. We're gonna do, of course, my favorite blocks and a sight. Unfortunately, I don't care for the andesite in Joppa's pack. I'm going to miss this block. Unless he does some major changes, but I'm under the impression most people like it, unfortunately, and this is bad news to me. It's kind. It's cornier than I was than my current vision of the of this pack of this world is. So, and you know, I'll make that a little bit nicer underground eventually as well. But at the I don't know, like I kind of have this imagining where like your little boats have to go in between the teeth. Yeah, the new andesite is just, it's too cobbly. I like this one because it's like the perfect transition block between cobble and stone. It's a little broken up, ever so tinily bit broken. You also got to add some rock spikes in the water. Yeah, I mean that's what I want the teeth to kind of represent. I want them to be little rock spikes, and naturally we got to make it look good down there, but I gotta say, well, he changed the color. Last I saw, the color is more or less the exact same as stone now, but I just don't like the texture. It could be a smuggler's thing or something. Yeah, I'm thinking this is probably where the smuggler port is. I gotta say that unfortunately I am not feeling this skull in the slightest. It's not working. It's not working for me. You're not a fan of the leaves, eh? You don't like these leaves? I'm pretty happy with them, but something does seem a little off on them. If you do want the default leaves, it looks like the birch leaves are pretty much our closest bet to the old one. And then his spruce leaves I don't like in the slightest. They're a little bit too uniform, it looks like. I'm not feeling the skull. I think I'm gonna leave that for now. But I feel like I need to work with a little bit different of a vision. So let's look around. Where else can we maybe get our feet wet, because that one's not working for me and I'm getting a little nervous about it. I'm sort of seeing a structure right here. That too big? Oh, that's way too big. Whoopsie. Let's try this for now. Is that too much? No, I think it needs to be a tiny bit bigger. Maybe, yeah, we'll do here. Oh no, I did it wrong. That, yeah. Okay. I love the leaves. The rest of the textures don't really need to be changed. I agree that on the spruce, oak leaves are the best. Ah, okay. Never mind. I read... Oh, I read it backwards. You're only a fan of the leaves. I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it seems like the leaves are a fan favorite. It seems like most people are really happy with it. I'm a little hit and miss. In general, I like them, but something does seem off about it, and I've been using this pack, my own edit pack, for a while, and they have, you know, Joppa's textures in them, or at least the ones I know I like, but I'm still on the halfway point. It hasn't sold me. I wish I could figure out a way to explain sort of the vision I have for this world. And the best I have is, I imagine something... It's not a good example. Kids Next Door. They have... It was a cartoon for a while. Kids Next Door was... They had this tree house, and it was the most absurd tree house ever, because like they have a ship the size of the Titanic like randomly shoved in this tree, and literally everything else. And that's kind of the best example I have of sort of what I'm imagining for the place. Another example is, if you guys have seen Schnick's NZ's base, he has a mushroom island. And I love that base. And I guess what I loved about it is that it had so many secret passages along the entire thing. And, you know, that would be a perfect role for a pirate kind of, like a pirate kind of build, you know? So that's sort of where I'm thinking about, and, you know, I don't know if it's really gonna work, but basically I want something rickety. And so I'm just trying to do sort of the shape I have in mind. But this is honestly going to be, I think, a bit of a challenge to bring to life. For people who want to know what he meant with Kids Next Door, did the link get eaten, or I didn't see a link? But yeah, they had a pretty cool treehouse, but it was very absurd. And I think that's what I mainly imagined for this. I don't know how far we'll get on this project. It can be very You think the link got eaten? Here, I'll see if I can post it. That's weird. I can't actually... Oh, I can't actually access the... I can't access it. Stream, you do not speak to me, please. Thank you. Never mind, I can't get the stream to even load. Okay, there it is. Perfect, thank you. Here, I'll just post that again. That is the link. to the base. And yeah, that was pretty cool, actually. But I liked that base, and I thought it was interesting. So there it is. But yeah, so it's a very absurd base, and there's like things literally thrown into the tree and I guess that's just kind of how I imagined the whole thing. I want there to be all sorts of crazy things. Okay, cool. I want there to be all sorts of crazy things thrown on this place. And I'm thinking, we might start with sort of like a rounded base. It's gonna be rickety, so like, you know, I'm definitely not going to do something along the lines of, oh, is it a perfect circle? Yes or no. It's definitely going to be kind of like anything goes, I think. So, does that work? This is very hard for me, getting the original vision down. So, let's see here. Fill 44 13 1. Okay, so that is correct. Now I just had to figure out what texture it is. Slab is 5. Oh, it's actually okay. 126. 10? 9. Is it 9? Yeah, it's 9. Okay. And then we'll do... Let's try 20. Did that work? Oh. It sort of worked. No. Okay. So, oh, what the? It wasn't like that. I can't get this, the... Oh, come on now. Oh, that's why. It wasn't... Okay. Hey! Why? Was this side open too or something? Oh, come on. Okay. Aha! There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do that as sort of maybe our starting point, and hopefully that will... Okay, so now we can try and shape this sort of how I imagine it. You know, I think it's occurring to me just how large this project actually is going to be. I mean, I have 4 islands that I want to cover in builds. Yeah, this might not go very long. Okay. Maybe I'll love the build like I like the farm, though. I'm a little hesitant now. You'll have a little while to go, yeah. I guess I would be happy if we can at least get one of the towers done. Like maybe we get like this entire part of the island done. That would be kind of cool. Maybe we can get at least that piece of the island, and you know, if this was a survival series, you know, that would be the project of the entire season, probably. Is getting these to be pirate islands. But I think that's sort of how I imagine that. Because then, like, a lot of it's built by dock. I don't know, does that seem... That seems kind of reasonable, right? Like, why wouldn't they want to build with docks? I actually did a survival world similar to that. Yeah. I suppose that's how it's true that there's no original idea. But that would be cool to see, actually. Was it pirate themed, or what was your theme for it? Just a harbor, maybe? Do we want to go with... How do we want to do the dock? I made my pirate build in cove and ships and fun. Ah, okay. What was it steampunk then, or was it a very traditional pirate? Hello, Dragon Snare. We are starting on a pirate project. And we're gonna see how it goes. I am already nervous. So we're gonna start with the docks. Ah, okay. Traditional pirate. Okay. Fair enough. Hopefully we'll go well. We got ourselves all dressed up for the occasion. Some of us can't afford Sea of Thieves. So they're doing the next best thing. But it should be cool. It should be cool. Unfortunately, it's kind of a... I'm trying to figure out what my grounds are still. So I don't know exactly... I haven't envisioned something yet. I do imagine an arch of sorts right here. Maybe this is like where they... Could even be like another level, perhaps? Perhaps this is like a second dock? Needs a bar. Probably. It needs a lot of things. Taverns work too. How would I do this? Oh. You also need rum. I can't have rum. The rum's always gone. Alright, everybody. Here's to you, system. Ah, delicious rum. You know, I just realized my sounds are bad. Okay, now maybe you heard my slurping now. Alright, so. I don't know why the rum is always gone. It's just one of those unfortunate things, I suppose. But it's always gone. It's very true. The mossy cobble is your own design, isn't it? No, this is actually Joppa's cobble, mossy cobble. I edited it so that it suited the default cobble. So it does look slightly different than Joppa's, but no, this is heavily based on Joppa. I can't credit myself for it. One of these stone bricks one of these are actually mine. Ah, here it is. The more bouldery one. The larger boulder one is mine. But that's just as a variant. I think they're a little too bold. Ah, there it is. Yeah, right here, right here, right here, right here. It's a little too bouldery, bubbly. So it's not my favorite texture, but it's also like cobblestone's nice to have variation, so I didn't get rid of it. But no, I can't credit myself for that. I did try my best to put a lot of Joppa textures into this. Like, for instance, I like his gold block. His gold block's really nice. You know, I'm doing my best to try to get used to him and such, you know? But yeah. Unfortunately, my pack is a mess because it's like, there's so much custom stuff in it and everything else. Yeah, I really do like the, I really do like how his mossy cobble went. I think that's like one of my favorite blocks that he's made. Dwagon's Day is made? Oh, gold. What do I do? I guess... I imagine, like, more than one deck. This is really going to be a difficult build. I can already see it. Like, there's going to be so much detail to put into it. And that's why I'm a little hesitant to say that we're going to ever finish this, unfortunately. The thing I imagine, and I guess... the reason I had inspiration for this build is that I actually wanted to do this for a survival series. But there's a lot of different ideas I want to do for a survival series, and that's partially why I'm doing a lot of them in creative. Because there's just so many of them. I don't think they're ever really going to ever... I mean, I imagine I'm going to do a Minecraft Let's Play if I can actually ever get my computer upgrade. But could you try and make a build theme that could help you out? I could try to get a build team, but I'm kind of a nobody, unfortunately. I think you have to be a somebody in order to get a build team. And at the moment, it's more that I just kind of want to learn and do it myself, you know? It's more, I see it, I guess I'm viewing it more as practice for me for the moment. I mean, I haven't honestly played this game very much. Like, I've played it for many years, but there's never really been things I've made. And so, I guess that's where I am. I guess that's my view. I want to get things. I am just saying that I don't know how far we're going to get on this build. I feel like, unfortunately, I'm going to burn out before this project gets too far. So I don't want to sound discouraging, but I'm also a little... It's dawning on me just how big this project is and what level of detail I want from it. Always too much detail. You always want more. But, so I guess I imagine I put that too many pieces, I think. Oh, I have to actually destroy all that. The farm turned out really nice, though. Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm a little surprised I got as far as I did on it. But I am really happy with how the farm came out. And I'm hoping that this is going to be, you know, another one where, like, you know, I'm nervous now, but maybe, you know, after 3 streams or so, maybe we'll start getting something going. Like, I think for the sake of the streams, I want to see if I can get this island how I imagine it. Oh, I didn't even realize we were on the same island as the skull. But we'll see how it goes, and I do want it to look good. I'm nervous. And actually, that's something else I wanted to do. I want to do a Mayan theme build. I think that would be really cool. Usually when people say Mayan, they just mean like a jungle build or something, and like I'll probably combine ideas of, like, say, the Aztec and the Mayans and things like that, because unfortunately there's just so little we know about their cultures. And they do have their similarities to them, but I would like to do a build like that at some point too. And whenever the aquatic update releases, I want to do an aquatic build too. So I guess in general I'm thinking of since Let's Playing, I don't know if Let's Playing is honestly going to work for me, unless I get a new computer. So, until then, I'm imagining myself more of a, let's try and do things in creative, and see if we can get something cool looking. And I'm hoping that'll be okay, and I think it'll... Oh, man. This is... I'm having real hard time, like, in my brain I see it, but I don't see it here, and I'm having a real hard time. A Jedi temple. I can't say I've seen whatever you're talking about. Maybe let's try something a little bit... I mean, we already did a skull and it went badly. But what if we did... What if we did a skull up here? Whenever I do builds, I try to imagine... I usually go by based on what inspires me most. What is the most recognizable thing I see? And honestly, I am struggling a bit in getting that to work for me right now. But I see a skull. So can we get it to work? And I imagine it, I think about this size. Yeah, something like that size. I think a skull. Well, I'm glad that you liked it. I think it's just too corny to me. I keep thinking it's over there. That's why I keep looking over there when I think of the skull. It's right behind us. Right in front of us. But it looks silly to me, and I think that's my issue with it. I don't know if I want to go super corny. I do want to be sort of corny, because I do think if you get too realistic, then I think pirate themes are just a little bit stale. Or alternatively, I think the less corny the less cheesy, or the less stylized you make it, the more it looks more like a medieval build, I guess, is my concern. But I'm glad you like it. I don't know. I'm not feeling the skull. It's not quite what I want. Hopefully this one will go a little bit better. I didn't intend to do, like, a skull literally after a skull. So, there's me being a pro at YouTube, or being a pro at YouTube. I'm not YouTubing! Why? Why am I doing this to myself? But yeah, that's me being a pro, apparently. So is that sort of... I mean, I think that might work for the eye. It's a little too high up, I think. But... And now, obviously, the nose needs to be shrunken a little bit, too. Like, we might even, like, make it a little off-center and just do something like that, for instance. I like! Okay, that's good. I'm glad. Glad it's worked. Oh, wait. We wanted this and a slab. That was it. That was the shape. But yeah, this is a struggle. Maybe we do a stair and another stair? No, I'm not feeling the stair here. I think that might work. I think that might be okay. And then let's do... I'm thinking like cobble wall for a jawline. Kind of like the Enderman. And then we can have it... I mean, this might not be a good place for one. Like maybe the jaw is better not in this piece, but I thought maybe we give it a shot. Watching a lot of your streams lately, I think you don't have much faith in yourself and usually give up before really starting and get very discouraged. Yeah, I worry a lot. There's a lot of worry in my face. Did I run out of music? I ran out of music. Yeah, I'm aware. It's, I have a hard time keeping my faith, in my projects. I get worried. I get worried very often. Okay. Or rather, I guess it's just that you see it in your head, and it doesn't always go as your head imagines, and that seems to often bother me. And you know, I guess it's that I don't think, maybe that's how everyone is. Maybe like, you know, everyone is like, you know, did it match up to how I imagined it in my brain? And the answer is usually no. But like, you know, as a bystander, you don't notice because, like, you know, you still got cake. Or like the artist, there's like this post where like there's this post where it's like two artists compare themselves. Oh man, my cake's nowhere close to as good as their cake. And then the viewer's like, oh man, free cake. So, I don't know, maybe that's the issue. I'm thinking the jaw might be a little bit blah. Again, it reminds me of Warhammer. It really looks like the orcs in that game. I love Warhammer. I really need it. I need to stream Dawn of War at some point. I love that game. Chat was borked for me. No borking. No borking in the slightest. Clearly the chats are just broken at all the times, eh? Is that what we've learned? I'm thinking the jaw is not for this. I think the jaw is too much. So we're gonna go with the more normal skull in this case. But we are gonna do, I think... Great, now the skull has a beard. Perfect. For the Horde. Yeah, wrong game. It's more like, whoa! What is the other thing the orcs do? Green is best. Red makes it go faster. Orcs, 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 orcs. I still love the reasoning of why the orcs went to war. Because they had to go... They had to take part in their everlasting war. And gotta do their war band. It's snowing. That seems peculiar. This was supposed to be, This was supposed to be like a blood dripping of sorts. And that might not sound like very sensical since it's cobble, but I feel like it's more like a beard. Oh. Interesting. I think it... What about... Now it's just an alien. 4 eyes. 4 eyes the demon. 4 eyes of the demon king. Totally a beard. It totally is! Well, if it's blood, you want another warp block? No, I wanted it to be like a stone carving, though. I didn't want it to be like blood. I mean, we can try that. That would work. It's just, I was hoping it to be subtle. But, you know, like, obviously something like that probably will. Nope, now he just has a red beard. Red beard the pirate. I mean, the Dark Eldar, Tyranids, and the Necrons. Wait, which game are you talking about? About Winchester? In Dawn of War? I mean, I like a lot of their factions. The first Dawn of War was my favorite. I didn't care for the second one. I think that's the one you're referring to. Was it actually in Warhammer? Was it actually in, like, the 40k lore that he just wanted a hat? Because I was under the impression that... No, I mean, that can't be it. But it does sound like something that they honestly would consider doing anyway. I'm going to go off the miniatures. Oh, okay. I do like the first Dawn of War, but you know, like the war bosses have different things, but in general, the orcs are just interested in a never-ending war, and you know they just want to kill all the Yumis and have a good fight, and the Chaos Boys is weak, and you know that's kind of all that's all that's important to them, fighting and winning. Maybe what we'll do... This is going to be difficult because I'm still trying to come up with what my vision is. So I apologize that I'm still trying to figure things out. Hello, Jello. There. I have some of the Space Marine. I have some of the Space Marine miniatures. I tried painting them. They look like crap. Jello was here for a little while. She disappeared though. Now, concrete, I wonder. The netherwort block I like a lot. Like, I love this block, and I'm really worried what Joppa's gonna do to it. As is a lot of the blocks that I like. Oh, now you say hi. Uh-oh. No! I would never leave holes. That's not how I do things. Why would I... No. No. Don't be silly. I would never. I would never do that. But I was wondering if a red tower might be nice. Then it all looks like evil instead of piratey maybe. But maybe it'll turn into an evil pirate theme? I don't know. We're still trying to find our calling, people. Hopefully the calling will show up. It's late, is what I'm saying. My calling is late and I want it back. Naturally, we'll have to break this up a little bit. But I wonder, how does the red clay turn out in comparison? Ooh, wow. It's very vibrant pink in comparison. Wow. What about the wool? It's actually pretty close to... What about the powder, then? I think they're all pinky. Waterfall of blood? I was thinking just a red tower. But, ooh. Yeah, netherwort definitely is gory, ain't it? I agree. I do always leave holes. I mean, no, I would never. Yeah, that's just my build style, yo. Holy. I like making holy contraptions. Expect a priest at some point. Speaking of which, the music is very priesty. The hat thing is from Retribution. What? Ah! Yeah, isn't that from the second Dawn of War? A young priest or an old priest? Doesn't matter. Which one's more holy? Probably the old priest, eh? Oh, I did this wrong. That explains much. Movie references. Who needs those? Who needs culture in their life? Not me. I wish I had more culture. I think that's better. Yeah, that's better. Aw, look at that. I feel like Zloy has made this exact skull before. And now I know why. I think he has. It looks very Zloy-esque. And that was a turn for the worst. That made it look more evil. Evil! Kinda cool. Look, now it's upset. On one side, anyway. The other side's still evil. How did I do this again? I did up and up and oh, that was it. Yeah, cool. Hot dogs. Turn for the worst, as in hot dogs. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? I'm just not seeing the feel yet. I'm not getting the feel yet. Maybe I needed to do some more practicing. I thought it was gonna come. I thought I had a good vision in my brain, and now I'm feeling a little empty. What is another word actually? That is 214. Place 214 with. Is that better or worse? I like the texture to it actually. I think we're gonna keep 2, and there we go. Don't scare Dragon Snare away. Let's try. I'm gonna throw details onto this and eventually it'll work. I think that's the plan. That's what I did for the farm. That worked well. It almost came off as if I knew exactly what I was doing from the start. It does seem to be screaming more evil, though, to me, than it is screaming pirate. So we're definitely going to have to take it back a little bit. Who needs ideas when you could improvise? Exactly. That's exactly what I like working with. Pretending to know what I can do. But yeah, I do think this is looking more... Oh, Grim is already on the hot dog house right now. It took him 6 minutes to say hi after I greeted him. You know, thinking about it, I have a pirate pack. It's for mobs, actually. I should pull that out next time. Although I don't think we're really going to have mobs in this world anyway, so it's probably a moot point. How's that look? Kinda cool? Again, I'm not... It's not... Well, let's work with the evil for now. Maybe we can convert it after we've gone a little bit. And, hopefully it'll all kind of work together. Yeah. I mean, I think this is kind of cool. I do think it's kind of cool. It's just, it's not quite the theme I had in mind. And maybe it's just... bloodthirsty pirates. Oh, what if we made one of the islands an Aztec island? Like where they robbed things. So that it can be Pirates of the Caribbean-y. That would be kind of nice. Or what if we merged the idea? Like maybe it was a... Maybe this was an island for some Aztecs or something like that, and it became a pirate island afterwards. Like they converted it from a temple to a piratey kind of base. I think that could be kind of cool. I need to think about how I would set up a Mayan base on one of these islands. Like, that's one thing I magically see in my brain. I want you and... Oh, I'm sorry. What was it? My brain was seeing it. Come back to me. Yeah. I want you over here. And maybe it's about here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That... Ooh, this is gonna be cool. Okay, so this is basically what I really want in this world. Yeah. Could you imagine a bunch of roped, now, Brain, come on. I was just pitching it as my lead idea. You can't just drop out on me. Could you imagine a bunch of bridges leading from all the islands, snatching into each piece? That would be awesome. That's what I want. That is what I want. And boy, would it be cool. I would love that, though. So, that's kind of what I'm imagining. I want there to be a bunch of bridges. Lots and lots of bridges. And I'm trying to think how I want to... I guess we'll do it by section. How does this work, actually? It's easier to figure out what a bridge is doing, like with gravity, when both sides are the same. But in this case, that's not actually the case. Well, anyway, let's try move one. I think it's just that a good portion of it. What about Jeff Bridges? What? Jeff Bridges? I talked about Jeff? Who's Jeff? And why is he on my bridges? No, I think you may have misheard me. What I was saying is, what about roped bridges? Roped bridges would be cool. Is that more the... That's actually kind of the shape I haven't... It looks a little bit too focused on this side still. Maybe we will make it a little lower. Maybe every 2. Yeah, rope bridges would be cooler than Jeff bridges. What is even a Jeff bridge? What are you on about, man? Yeah, the angle's all wrong. Ooh, this is tough. This is a toughie one. No, it's still a little too... Maybe this one will go up. I think I just butchered that, didn't I? I can't even remember what I just say. I think it needs to just be consistent. Thank you. Okay, so I think now this side is a little blah. Oh, ooh. I think that's about right for the one side. But I do... This is tough, though. I shall show myself... What? Clearly, I'm not following the joke. And questionably, the joke might not be very good. Okay, so yeah, that's sort of the shape. I think it's got a look. It's a little of a tight bridge. I think it looks like it does have. It has a little bit bridges tied up, rope bridges. This is a family-friendly channel. I don't understand what you could possibly be implying. Let's see. Okay. But since it's very late for me, I'm going to go to bed. Best of luck to your stream and see you soon, Diener. Alright, well, see you later. Thank you very much for hanging out. How long have we been going? It looks like we've been going for 1 hour and 28 minutes. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go much longer. It feels like we just got started. But, probably another 30 minutes or so, and then that might unfortunately be it. But It's looking okay. We might have to work with the angle a little bit. This does look like a little bit of a fidgety angle. Diagonal rather. But, at least that I can see, like, I can see things I want coming from that. So we can also try setting up some other ones, like maybe... I mean, innuendos are at least nice, in the sense of people who don't get it just don't get it, you know? I don't know. I'm not good when it comes to that kind of stuff either. That kind of what I want. How do I want this? Where do I want this one to go? Maybe here? Yeah, maybe that will work. Line plank. Okay. Yeah, and then my favorite part is going to be like when you're walking on this path, you're going to be able to look up and see that, or alternatively, you'll be on this path, you'll be walking it, and you'll be able to look down, and, you know, that's where someone else will be. You know, if it wasn't single player anyway. Corruption goals. It's gonna come to me at some point. I just don't know when. I'm a villager indeed. You see my nose? I should make that into a hat, actually. A villager nose, that's it. Turns you into a villager. I just want to know what I could possibly do. I guess I imagine... I want the houses to be sort of designed, but sort of kind of do it yourself. So I think I'm going to do where like the logs are ever so slightly taller in some areas. And like there will be a little bit of an organic bend to some of the builds. I think that would work well. But I'm seeing maybe like a shop here. You should share. No, share anyway. You think I care where you got it? It's pizza. How bad could it be? Now tell me it fell on the floor. Maybe I will consider saying no. You're right. Never mind. It's bad pizza now. if you want. I'm also imagining a lot of these houses are going to be burrowed into the rock. I don't know if that's really a good theme for a pirate, but at the same time, I feel like that's kind of what... So, like, I imagine, I guess, a lot of these houses are going to be, like, sort of a facade of sorts. But I don't know. I don't know if that's... I don't know how well that theme is suited for pirates, I guess. And I'm also thinking that maybe more of this area should actually be maybe a built coast. So maybe we'll build a little bit of a docking harbor area. I think I want to have it kind of go around with the building itself, so little smooth, maybe a few tight areas, like maybe right here will be tight. Well, not this particular one. I'm thinking this one might need a little... Maybe it'll just kind of cut. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Okay, so over here, I'm thinking... I want this to be an arch right here. Guess I didn't actually want it to be a 4 arch. No, that... I mean, I guess I can just push this out one to the side. And that'll solve my issue of that. Not like this stuff is very concrete as of yet. How's the stream, by the way? Like, is it laggy at all or anything? I'm feeling like my frames are a little bit dripping, but at the same time, they're still at 75, so, I think that's kind of the arching angle I want. There. It's not concrete, but there is in stone. Yeah, so anyway, I was just thinking it might be kind of cool if we go to the other side, and we're gonna, of course, put more docking on this side. Or maybe we'll even, like, do, oh, this actually goes to our, looks like Mixer Discord is reporting problems. Oh. Eh? Oh. I see. I see what you mean now. So, don't refresh or you might lose stuff. Oh, no! Yeah, I think I like this idea, where, like, you can see almost a part of the port. I think we're going to have this as sort of still our entrance into the actual area. But, I think that actually will work out okay. And we'll do that. And for sake of for some variety, we're gonna actually also do. We're gonna move that by 1 this way, and that will make it look a little bit more like maybe they didn't exactly plan everything out. They just kind of are going with what they can. I think that'll work well as a little bit of a detail. And the rest, yeah, this looks fine, I guess. I guess this doesn't actually look very fine with that, in fact. Actually, it doesn't matter. We're going to change this anyway. And maybe we want to even, like, carve it further. Like, maybe go 1 more out this way. That way, part of this mountain also disappears. Maybe. That might look good. Hopefully. Actually, if we cobble this up, cut a little bit more like that. Got to change all that diorite with something a little bit more pirate colored. The regular stone, I think, will works really well for the pirating, and just that's not so much. And then we'll kind of mess it up a little bit too. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Now I'll make it look like there's a little crack in the wall. I'll try to keep a pop-out shop, but it won't work. I guess I'll have to stick with the main chat until the issues are fixed. Aw. That's annoying. But yeah, I think that kind of looks good. Kind of brings it a port in, and I'm imagining some sort of tower here, like a little tower that comes out of the water, or maybe we'll add a little island to it. Sphere sand 5, 25. There we go. Oh, I may have over-exaggerated my plan for... Oh my goodness. Oh. Clearly I should have done gravel as well. Well, that's not quite what I imagined. Oh dear. Well, anyway, yeah, that I imagine something will be cool there. And then, so we have our main harbor. And then we got like one of the first store little shop things. Yeah. I think it's gonna be like, I want to have multiple levels, and I think a lot of these rooftops are actually going to be like embedded into the next floor. Almost like a hotel, I guess. I feel like there's a better way to describe that, but like I want multiple decks. So one deck, and then up here will be a deck, and then probably, you know, this will be like all one floor as well, and you know, there will be more houses. So we're gonna have it kind of build all the way up, I think is how I imagine this sort of thing. So like, basically they ran out of space a very long time ago, and they only had one direction to go, so they did. And blah, 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 blah. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. Now I would like to... Now I still think it would be cool to do like some sort of Mayan or Aztec kind of thing somewhere, but I'm not really feeling I'm not seeing really a place on this island that would suit that. It might be just as we continue to build up, we'll start seeing that kind of stuff more. And then I gotta figure out how to build this thing underwater too. But like naturally I want it to be kind of a little bit of a rocky coast. We're gonna probably have a lot of planked areas, a lot of man-made, stuff to like kind of hold it all together. But I do think a few coasts would actually be really nice. And like, you know, we can even like... We can even do like some boards, like, you know... At least you don't have to worry about drowning. I suppose not. Having some boards in there might even be better if like we have them a little bit, well, not up. Maybe if we do stairs, it will look more like a board. Maybe. I gotta think how I want to do that, but yeah, I wanna have a few areas, and I want to make sure it's nice and rocky too. Which is probably what I was trying to do over here. Make it look like really spiky rocks. This region in particular. And of course we have to have rocks out here too, like shooting out of the ground. Maybe we'll even make like one of these mountains into a volcano. But yeah. You know, it just occurred to me. Maybe my inspiration might be Donkey Kong Country 2. Just thinking about it, there is a pirate island. And although it's not as excessive as what I'm imagining, they did have a lot of stuff basically just built on a really tall island. I mean, that was I really liked that game a lot. So maybe that's where my idea is actually coming from. I still think Kids Next Door's base actually is a little bit more what I'm envisioning. But I think that's probably fair to credit as, like, probably the original source of my idea. But yeah, I want to go a little bit more Kids Next Door-y direction. If that makes any sense anyway. I don't know if it does, honestly. And I also want to do things that, like, pretty... I also want to do kind of gimmicky sort of things. Like, I want to do, like, a tower that's entirely made of, like, giant barrels kind of look. Or, alternatively, I want to make a house that's actually part of a ship. And, you know, they just repurposed it. Like, maybe it was a shipwreck. So they just built it into a structure. I want to do things like that. I want that kind of stuff. Let's actually try the barrel tower, because I think that would actually be a great thing right here. So how do I imagine... And, yeah, I think the docking is going to definitely have to change to something else. I'm not... Just because I know spruce is just a very fitting color for pirates, I think. How tall do we want this? Maybe this tall? And then we'll do like some sort of break like that, and then we'll just carry on. Almost like a totem pole, I guess, is what I'm sort of imagining. This isn't quite the shape I want. I think it needs to be a little bit more beveled, perhaps. Maybe that's what I'm thinking it needs. More bloated, maybe, is a better word. It's not quite... No. Clearly this is one of those things that I'm having a really hard time translating out of my brain and into... The shape is not. Maybe... Shorten it one block. You think it needs to be shorter? I feel like, if anything, it needs to be longer, actually. Maybe we'll do... Maybe if it's like a... Maybe if there's a stone brick... that will kind of look like... No, I think it needs to be at least this height. But does that look like little iron rings around it? Kind of does, but if you... Only if you squint, though. Maybe even... I mean, I guess the band would technically come outward. What about... What if we did, like, kind of a halfway? Is that... No, that's too bulged out. No. Well, actually, if we do this, then it will be a little bit more bulged. It's got a nice roundedness to it. But I'm still not feeling the actual shape of it. This is a struggle. It really is. Maybe I'm just not feeling today. I don't know. I wanted to do this project, but I'm not. I'm trying to be critical of myself. I'm not trying to be discouraged. I'm just trying to be critical of what is my vision, and I want it to be true to my vision, naturally. I feel like I see it in my head, but I'm not getting it down. Maybe too big. Oh! Okay, so... if that's the basic shape that we're going for... I think it does need to go out one more, so maybe... I'm sorry. I feel like I'm not doing well. Okay. So I guess the question is, can I make this look a little less... I need to push this in one. Do I want to do it like, say, that, for instance? Like making it just kind of go, literally go in? Maybe. Maybe that's what I have in mind. Almost like a honey pot. Yeah, I feel like it is better. But I still wouldn't say it looks like a barrel, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna have to think, unfortunately, more about this stream concept. I have ideas for the pirate build, but today I unfortunately am not feeling it. I'm not feeling the direction of it. Maybe I need to find a better location. Like, maybe I'm not wild about this one. Maybe this isn't like, maybe this isn't the place for it. Just, it's not clicking. It's not clicking to what I feel it could be. I love the bridges. I think the bridges are really nice. I like the idea I have of putting it on layers. But unfortunately, the execution is feeling lost on me. And it's not that I want to give up. It's just that I don't feel like it's going where I want it to. And I'm not sure what to do about it. I think this is okay, but even this doesn't... I don't know. Like, maybe System is right that I doubt my abilities. Maybe this does look a lot better than I think it does. It just, it doesn't, it's not working for me, unfortunately. I do like the ideas of, say, the bridges and things, and maybe I should be just focusing on the bridges, for instance. But the island's not working for me, and it's not... I think I have to piece and play around a little bit more. I do think, like, this is more or less what I imagine. I like the tunnel. I like the houses and, you know, the dock. So the ideas are there. But blah 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 blah. But blah 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 blah. Okay. But it's just not there, and I don't know why. So what helps me is I draw my first thoughts on paper. Yeah. Honestly, that might be a good idea. The next thing I need to do is I also need to look at... oftentimes I look at concept art, like actual drawn ideas and stuff, and I also look to see what Minecrafters have done. Like if I look up pirate build Minecraft, what have people done to sort of get an idea? And I look at the concept art because, you know, there's always lots of inspiration when concept art. It's always so much... They always do such stunning work, concept artists. So I like looking at concept art more than I like looking at real life and stuff. Just because they've already gone an incredible direction. And of course, you know, looking at real life also works really well too. But yeah, unfortunately this one's not working for me yet. So next stream we might try again. I'm gonna keep, I think this world, unless something really jumps into my head, I think this world will work. If someone knows of a seed of a bunch of tiny islands, like, again, I like the verticalness of these, but I like the idea, I like them because there's islands right next to one another. You can literally, it's a hop, skip, and a jump, you know? I like that. I like being able to be here and seeing a lot of island. So if anyone has a seed or a place that they think might suit a pirate build sort of this aspect, by all means let me know. Oh, hello, Majestic Camel Gaming. We were just ending, unfortunately. But yeah, I think I gotta think more. But thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully we will have better results. Better luck next time. Anyway, take care. Bye bye. Oh, I'm gonna go drown now.